Some bullies often come from families where everyone is angry and shouting all the time. That may cause them to act that way. Bullies often pick on someone they think they can have control over. They might pick on someone who is smarter than them, or they might pick on someone for no real reason at all. Bullies often pick on someone who is different from them in some way, or they may just pick on someone for no reason at all. Sometimes bullies know that what they are doing is hurting someone's feelings or is wrong. Some bullies may not know or care if it is hurting anybody's feelings. Hello, my name is Dr. Spockton, and I'm here to tell you about Sarah, who was emotionally and physically abused by her parental units. She had no friends and no one to talk to about the abuse. She now takes out her anger and frustration out on others.
So hey, are you coming to my party next week?
Yeah. Who else are you inviting?
I'm inviting that new girl, Maya, Talia, Day, Lena, my sister's coming too.
Are you inviting Sarah?
No way. If I invite her, she's gonna be all my guests with the party favor.
I know. She's like such a monster sometimes.
Right?
Who you calling a monster?
Nobody.
Definitely not you. Come on.
Hey, can I come to your birthday party?
Oh, sorry. We can only invite 9 people. And I make 10. Sorry, all full.
What are you looking at, new girl?
Nothing.
Give me your phone.
Miss Adams, Sarah took my phone.
Why do you have it?
Because I took it.
Give her her phone back, and after that, you will show her around the school. She is new to Westfield Middle, and we treat our students with respect. We do not bully.
Fine. Here's your phone. Hey, do you mind if I show you around the school? You look a little lost.
Yeah.
Sarah's new friendship helped her talk about her problems and the abuse. Ashanti, Aisha, Maya, and Sarah all became great friends. They all even went to Ashanti's birthday party, and no one was Beaver's party favorites. If you know a bully, here are some ways you can help them stop bullying. Ask them to stop. Tell a teacher. Talk to them and be nice to them. And certainly, but not least, be their friend. Hello and welcome to what I call our table talk session. So I'm going to ask you a few questions about bullying, and I just want to hear your feedback and your opinions. Okay, everybody ready? Okay, so number 1, how do you feel about bullying?
I feel like it could easily be avoided.
It's like something that really shouldn't be happening, that is happening, and it's just bad.
Well, I think it's really unnecessary because, just because you feel bad doesn't mean you have to go and, make other people feel bad just because you're feeling that way.
If you're bullied, just calm down. You can't calm down because you're mad, but just try not to face your anger out on other people, because all it's going to do is it's going to spread everywhere, so it's going to make other people feel bad, and they're going to turn to bullies.
I agree.
I kind of have a conspiracy theory when I tell other people. They're like, I don't know, but I feel like it actually is real.
I think that on, like, you know, Disney shows or Nickelodeon shows, there's always a mean person on the show. And they're always never facing any consequence. They may, like, punch you in the face or, like, get you in trouble, and they don't face any consequences. And I think that kids who are watching that show, who especially are young, they're growing up and thinking, hey, that's the way you treat people. And I think that they're glorifying someone because they never face any consequences, and then they're going to school and treating people the same exact way, and that's creating a cycle. And if we can get those characters out of shows like that that are influencing young kids, I think that we would really see a decline in bullying, in my opinion. But you know,
I agree with that too, because I was thinking, like, how you said that, and then it made me think, if there are parents who, like, are not as, I don't know how to put this, nice or something, like the child always copies the parent most of the time. So, like, I feel like parents have a really strong influence on how their children act at school, because parents may think, oh, my child is an angel, they would never do that. But if you really think about how you're treating them at home and then how they go out and do it in school, it's really different.
And I agree with the Disney Channel shows. I mean, I don't agree that you should take them out of that. I think personally that they should just probably change that. And I'm gonna use a reference that everybody knows. But SpongeBob.
I do that.
SpongeBob SquarePants. Squidward is always yelling at SpongeBob. I mean, it's like, I don't like you, SpongeBob. Like, and SpongeBob is just like so nice. I mean, like, what does SpongeBob do? And Squidward never gets fired for anything. I mean, he like sleeps on a job and he does everything wrong, but he never gets fired. I don't understand. But
that's true. And I think that, well, I mean, I wasn't saying take those characters out, but if we could adapt their persona and their characteristics, like, you know, I can't, like, you know, they're characters in a show. You can't really change them as a person because they're not real people. But I think that they should be facing consequences, you know, and like we were talking about that show Victorious, you know, like I haven't watched that show in years because, you know, I'm too old for it, but, you know, that episode where they have the food fight, you know, and they have the food all over the walls, you know, and like the girl on that show is unbelievably rude. She is so rude. I just cannot stand the fact that she gets away with half the stuff that she does. And I don't appreciate that people so glorify her and look up to her. Because, you know, any young kid is like, oh my God, I love her. I think she's so cool. You know, she's so pretty. And then they start to put her on a pedestal where really her character doesn't need to be, in my opinion. So if we can make her so that her opinion, like her character, she expresses her opinion and maybe she like retracts it and says, you know, that was wrong of me. Let me step up to the plate and apologize for my actions. I think that would be much better. They can still have the mean girl and have the good girl come in and say, hey, that's not nice, and, you know, have all that persona or whatever. But if she takes responsibility for her actions and faces consequences like if they should in the real world, then that would solve it. Maybe.
Agree. And I very much agree with what you're saying in that reference. Okay, number 5. Have you ever been bullied?
One time when I was really... Oh, I'm sorry. Were you about to say something?
What did you do?
Oh, well, when I was really little, because I would, like, go around and never have, like, natural hair. So, like, every one of my friends would, like, get their hair permed or texturized or get a texturizer. Yeah, that's word. And, yeah, wait. And then they would tell me, you know, you should really get a relaxer or a texturizer. Relaxer, that's what I was looking for. And I really want my hair straight, so I would go home and, like, beg my mom, and she'd be like, why is it coming out, like, out of nowhere? And then I told her what was going on. She was like, it doesn't really matter. Like, your hair looks really pretty. So I went to school and I was trying to tell them, like, my hair looks really pretty. Just because you said I should get a texturizer doesn't mean I'm going to go out and beg my mom to buy one.
I don't want to, like, sort of cut anybody off here, but I'm just, like, sort of, it connects. I was like, because, you know, I used to go to a place where I used to go to a school back in Baltimore, Maryland, where everybody had natural hair, everybody had locks, and now I come here and it's a mostly Caucasian school where everybody's hair was all...
so salty. Oh my God.
I didn't so salty. Okay.
I'm sorry.
But where everybody's hair was straight and relaxed, and you know, that if there were African American people with natural hairs, they would have weaves or perms or whatever, and they would be like, why don't you just take your hair out? I mean, like, it looks so nappy, it looks so messed up. So I went and asked my mom, was like, can I take out my locks? Can I get a relaxer? I was like, why? She'd be like, why? Like, everybody hates my hair. I mean, like, nobody likes me. Now I realize that my locks are beautiful. They're a part of who I am, and I can't. When I'm ready for the right reasons, I suppose, then I can take them out. But now, I think they're a beautiful way to show who I am.
I was bullied like last year because I was different from everybody else. I'd always be doing the right thing, and everybody else would be talking and laughing and getting in trouble, and I'd always be perfect. Well, not really. And I'd never get in trouble, so everybody would go and bully me because I was trying to learn, and everybody else was just like, who cares about learning? We're just here because our parents sent us here, or something like that. And then they'd take out all their anger and stuff on me, and I was kind of soft last year. I'm still kind of soft, and what happened was I'd just break down and start crying because I could not take it. I really couldn't stand it. It was just really bad.
Anybody else? Okay. Number 8. Would you or have you ever made fun of someone to fit in? If you have, do you regret it now?
Yes.
You can go.
I've never really like made fun of someone to fit in, like, yeah. But I do regret like laughing at a joke that somebody else said to make somebody else feel bad to fit in. And
Yeah. Like if you're because some of our substitutes are like really short, so everybody would go and be laughing about it, and I'd be like, what's so funny? It's a teacher. Who cares if she's short, tall, fat, small? Doesn't matter. It's your teacher. You have to respect them for who they are.
Yes, I think I have bullied someone. I think it was me and my friend. There was this boy that came in one day. I'm not going to say his name, but he came in one day, and it was like our first day of school, and he had on like some type of shoes or something. His pants were kind of all ripped up at the bottom, and his shirt was all sloppy and stuff. And his hair wasn't really combed. And like everybody, they just started laughing, and I started laughing because they had said a joke about it, and I said a joke about him, and then now I regret it about like talking about other people. So yeah, I've like last year, before this girl was like my best friend, like last year, they used to always like make jokes about her, like they used to like say she was like annoying and weird and stuff like that, and she acted like really like stupid, or not stupid, like annoying, and I used to like laugh about it. Like I used to like laugh because everybody else in the whole class was laughing. It's like, huh, that's really funny, even though it's not. And I would always make sure she was okay. And like we became like best friends. Like I started standing up for her when people were talking about her. So yeah, I don't regret it.
I'm gonna say something real quick, but with like what Saria was saying, you know, with something like that, I mean, you never know really what was going on with them. I mean, you can't just really judge someone like right from the back. I mean, you know, you never really know. I mean, for all you know, they could have been jumped right outside the door. But Imani, I know, has been wanting to say something.
Yes. There is a lady who is a teacher person, and she's kind of elderly, and she repeats the same thing, and she talks a lot. So, you know, we just want to get done with the test, and she's like, you know, and you know, trying to give us life lessons, and she like, you know, all the kids are like, man, this old lady, she's so whack, and I'm like, and then now I'm back in her class, and I feel so bad, because I was like you guys' age when it happened. I was like, oh, this is so funny. And now that I'm learning, like, the stuff that she's talking about is real stuff. You know, she wasn't giving us, like, old whack, like, you know, polish your shoes. She was giving us real life lessons, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that, and I kind of regret laughing at her because what I didn't know was that she was actually teaching us something. So.
And I sort of have a teacher like that, but he repeats things, but they're like through days, and like nobody likes the teacher. And when I realized like people like say stuff and they like disrupt his class, and I realize now that I mean like yeah, he can be an annoying teacher, but he's just trying to do his job. He's just trying to do his paycheck, trying to live his life, and us just trying to disrupt his class. I mean, it's not me trying to disrupt his class, but it's just making his life harder. I mean, like, why do we have to do that? I mean, like, you know, he's kind of, you know, he's a male with long hair that he does behind his ears. But okay, last question, I believe. Number 10. Are you friends with anyone who can be a bully at times?
Yes, I am.
Yes.
Yes, I am. At some point. She's a girl. She's a girl. Yes, we are friends, but yes, and I do not want to say her name, but she is still my best friend, and she treats me nice all the time, and she talks about people sometimes, like, just like how Deata said, sometimes she's nice around some people, and she's mean around some people, so it's like, it's almost like they have to look all nice and stuff, with their hair all pretty and stuff, so sometimes I wonder, like, if she's talking behind my back and stuff, so.
Yeah, I think we all have a friend who's like been a bully at times, like you know, like they'll say something like when somebody's not around, you think, oh, it's like no big deal, but like if it comes down to it, if that person was like right there, it'd probably be really hurtful, but like you just like brush it off, whatever. It's not you, so, but it could be you, so you gotta like watch who you hang out with.
Yeah, and then like it's so crazy how like yeah, I'm friends with somebody who can be a bully at times, but it almost looks like she's not really trying to do that. It's like she's friends with like everybody, so it seems like sometimes if somebody is like bullying somebody, then everybody like expects so much from her, like bully type of way. Like, but she'll be trying to tell people, you know, you need to be respectful. But it's like, yeah, and it's like sometimes in school she's going through some tough times because she's losing some friends. But like, so, but everybody expects some stuff from her. So it's, yeah, weird.
I know some people, I don't remember where, and they're nice, but as a group of friends, we're really nice people, but sometimes I see them in the hallways in school and other places, and they're really mean to other people, and whenever I see them, I'm like, you really shouldn't be picking on people like that, because one day that could be you, and you don't want that to be happening to you, and then they just brush it off like, yeah, whatever, and I'm like, that's really not cool at all.
Okay. So thank you all for cooperating in my table talk session. I'm very happy to hear your feedback and your opinions on this topic of information. Thank you.
Yay! When adults respond quickly to bullying, they get the message through that is simply unacceptable. Don't be an audience. Instead of laughing at it, you can tell the bully that it's simply uncool. Be their friend. Being friendly can go a long way towards stopping bullying. Here are some resources that you can use. Stopbullying.gov and m.kidshealth.org.